Juggalos and Juggalettes, this is Big Ian coming at you for FagoLovers.net with an interview with the one and only Myzery.
What's up, y'all?
Now, Myzery, first of all, before we get started, I got to say one thing. There's been lots of rumors circulating on the net that you are actually dead, so I'm afraid to just stop everybody in their tracks. I'm going to have to ask you, what is today's date and who is the president?
Today is October 18, 2010, and our current president is Barack Obama. You heard?
Perfect. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. Now, again, just referencing what we just talked about, it was reported in 2007 that you had actually passed away. But, obviously, talking with you now, you are very much alive. So would you mind talking about that, just kind of clearing up what happened, why people thought you were dead, and, what's going on with that?
Well, after my experiences, like in some gatherings and stuff like that, like people starting rumors about me, like just talking shit. And the main one that really bothered me was the rapist thing. So I think after that, like, I stopped doing music, and then Punch asked me, yo, what's up with the website? What's up with the songs? This and that. And I was like, yo, just Myzery's dead. Just dead that nigga. And he took it a step further and just said I was actually dead, which I just really meant the rapper Myzery was dead. Because I didn't want to do that no more. I didn't even want to deal with the bullshit. But then that shit got extended to a further level, and I guess that's that. And a lot of people said that I did that for a publicity stunt or to sell records, but at that time I ain't had no CDs to sell. I wasn't trying to look for fame or whatever everybody was talking about, so all that other shit is bullshit.
Gotcha. So you did it as a move so that you could actually retire from music, and you thought that was the easiest way to do that.
Well, to get my name out of people's mouths and let them stop talking lies and shit like that, because stuff they was talking about could have got me locked up.
I got you, man. Okay, well, with that one thing out of the way, I just want to move on to, so starting from the beginning, why did you leave Psychopathic?
Well, there was nothing. It was just my time to go. Me and Jay wasn't vibing at that time. It was more into the Twisted project and stuff like that. So I just had to move on.
Okay, so when you left, were you still on good terms with everyone at Psychopathic when you left?
I was good with everybody on Psychopathic till the incident in the gathering, and then after that it just went crazy from there.
Okay, you're just leading me right along here with the order of my questions. So can you tell us from the very beginning, from when you first met Twisted to right now, what's going on with the whole Twisted Myzery beef, and can you give us some extra detail regarding the incident that happened at the 2001 gathering?
Okay, to me personally, there's not really beef because everything that happened in that gathering was a misunderstanding. Because me and Twisted was cool from the beginning. From the beginning to that gathering, that's when shit fucked up. ICP was on stage. I was in the back. Violent J had, signal for me to come on stage. Like, when he ends the show, he usually puts me on stage with him. And at that point, Pickles didn't see Jay give me the signal. So when I was walking up stage, he started getting rowdy and started cursing and this and that. And then shit got out of hand there. So we squashed that, went back to our room, and that's when Twisted came out. And I respect them because they was defending their homie, so I ain't got no beef with that. I just wish they would have did it on a one-on-one basis instead of bringing all the fans and this and that and bringing extra shit into it. It was nothing big, nothing serious, but it came out to be big and serious.
Okay, so when you had the brief altercation with Pickles just over the missent signal, and then Twisted just kind of went to step up for them, and that's where things escalated from there.
Yeah, it just went crazy out of hand. And
okay,
the only bad thing I did was put the scissors to his neck, but I ain't never took no swings at nobody. I ain't hit nobody. It just happened between. I don't think Twisted hit nobody either. So it was just between the fans and the rest of my camp.
Gotcha. Okay, so to be clear, are you and Twisted on good terms now?
Well, since that incident, I haven't spoke to them, but me personally, I ain't got no beef with them at all.
Okay,
music, we should just ride with that.
Okay, so after the incident at the 2001 gathering, the incidences with Monoxide's verse on the Green Book on Everybody's Dies, and your song Untwisted off the Red Eye, that was essentially the extent of any further beef. There was nothing in person. It was all just music at that point, and then it's just been silent since 04, 05.
Yeah, it's the music. I felt when I made my song, I felt betrayed. So I felt like everybody went against me for no reason. So I kind of like, when I did my song, I think everything I spit there was the actual truth. That's what really happened.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So we're gonna move on now. I found an old interview that was done with Violent J while I was researching stuff for this interview, and when he was speaking about you, he said something along the lines of the exact quote is, "It seemed like he thought this is Violent J talking about Myzery is." It seemed like he thought the Dark Carnival was a joke. That then I got to know him more and more, and that feeling went away. He never truly believed in it, though. I even showed him the Dark Carnival's magic in our studio, and he thought it was a trick. I only show that to my best friends too. Can you tell us what he meant by the Dark Carnival's magic, like what he showed you in that studio?
Damn, he showed me a lot of shit, but I can't even specify on that because that'd be betraying Violent J, and I can't do that. It's like my brother-in-law, he in the family and shit, so I couldn't do that. But he showed me a lot of shit, and Violent J just my nigga, but I can't really get into details about the tricks and stuff. And about me and Violent J, I kind of explained all that in Psychopathic Orphans, like the first verse with the hook. There's more to the song. It completely tells the story. But if you listen to that verse, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right. So since there have been rumors circulating recently that that there was a possibility that you could be signed with Psychopathic again. Is that true?
It was at a point, but I don't think no more. I don't know what they're doing over there. I try to get in touch with them over there in Psychopathic Records, but I haven't got no response. But that's all good because I understand. Probably Twista hate the shit out of me, so that's probably the setback for that.
Gotcha. All right. So moving on to some of the work you've done since you left Psychopathic. With your release of your Twin Gats solo album after you left Psychopathic, what made you hold on to that persona and release an album as Twin Gats, even though you were technically no longer in the group?
I was no longer in the group, but I like the whole concept of the Riders and Twin Gats, and I kind of like being with the Psychopathic Riders because that shit was what's up. And since I left there was no reason for me to stop because I got my own Riders with me. So I just made my own little Rider camp, and I kept Twin Gats as the alter ego.
Okay. So with all that said, are you like so regarding the announcement of the death back in '07, as you attempting to kind of get out of the limelight and retire a little bit, but now we see that you're back on the scene. You've made an appearance at the Gathering in '09. You're making moves again. So are you officially back in the music game?
Yes, I am 180%, just like the vodka that I drink.
Okay. So can we expect to see a new album from you anytime soon?
You're going to see the new album, Demon Angel. You're going to see 3 new videos. You're going to see a brand new website. And there's going to be a lot of shit in the making. And you're also going to see the rest of my camp that I got some future artists in line for myself.
Okay, so did you just say that? Did you just say the name of your new album coming out? I don't know if I
Yes,
missed
sir.
that.
Demon Angel.
Demon Angel?
Yes, that's kind of like both sides of me. You got my good side and my bad side, so you hear a little bit of both.
Okay, and do you have any details on like a release date or any other stuff regarding its release?
I'm thinking like February. I'm thinking Valentine's Day.
Okay, excellent. So like just around that time, or like do you think it might be an actual
I think it's
Valentine's
going to
Day?
be actual Valentine's Day, yes. And not to copy 50 Cent with the Valentine's Day Massacre, but that's about the time.
Okay. Now I know you've been doing shows here and there in the last couple weeks with Forever Man. Will we be able to
Forever
show you?
Man.
Will we be able to see you doing any shows in the near future? Maybe a tour, something like that.
Yes, sir. I was actually hoping for the reunion of the Myzery Twisted ICP show back when we did the House of Horrors. I was thinking of part 2 of that. I was trying to make that happen. See if
What
we
do you
can
think?
do that.
So is that just sort of an old idea? Is that something you're still trying to make happen? Like, where does that stand?
That was an old idea, but I just brought it back now, recently, and I'm about to try to put that in motion. I mean, if it works, it works. It'd be better for the fans. If it don't, yeah, at least I tried.
Okay, all right, awesome, man. A House of Horrors Part 2. That sounds like an awesome tour.
Yes, it does.
Now, recently there was a show you were actually scheduled to do with Forever Man that was that got canceled, and I know there were a lot of people that were bummed about that. We made a post about that earlier this week. Do you have any details at what happened with that show and why the show got canceled?
Yes. First of all, I was doing that for my cousin Adam. That's A.D.A.D.A.M. That's the name of his group. So I was doing him that as a personal favor, and I was supposed to go right after him. So after he went on, somebody else went on. I said, cool. And somebody else went on. I was like, cool. Then when another group came on, I was just like, forget it, I got to go. So I just broke out from there. I really wanted to do the show, but that club was fucked up.
Okay, so the show this past week actually went down. You just weren't there.
Not this week. That was a couple weeks ago. And then this week, this Saturday that just passed, that show got canceled because the promoters didn't have their license and whatnot.
I see. Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll keep us posted. Do you have an update? Like, do you have a new Myzery website that's being run that has up-to-date information on tour and stuff, info like that?
Well, it's actually getting set up right now. It'll be up like within the next month. It'll be up officially.
Okay, excellent. Just make sure you get that info sent over to us so we can post about it and make sure everybody knows about Myzery back up and running on the net.
Of course, yeah. Fatal Lovers is on my front line right now.
Awesome, man. Well, that's all the questions I got for you right now, man. Is there anything else important you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to discuss that I didn't mention in the interview thus far?
Just that I got love for everybody out there. Everything that everybody been hearing has not been me. People been putting my music out, and it's not me. And people think it's me selling my music or this and that. But I just got restarted right now, and I'm making a full-fledged run for it right now. So,
all right, awesome.
Beware.
Man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with me again. Myzery, I'm just really glad to see you back making music, and I know I myself and many juggalos out there are looking forward to your upcoming release.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks you for having me.
You got it. All right, man. Juggalos, juggalettes, Myzery, Big Ian, we're out.